All right, everybody, welcome to the part of the show where I get ready to start streaming, and we'll find out what happens here. I'm gonna skip to the video here. Here we go. All right, skip ad. Can I hear myself? Quiet. All right, I guess that means the audio is working. Hi! Hi to and welcome to Cooking with Linux Without a Net. This is the Tuesday show brought to you by Linux Journal. And I'm gonna toast to Linux Journal with my red wine here, just so that you know what I'm drinking, because it's one of those things. In fact, it's one of the nice things about doing this is it gives me an excuse to have wine at lunchtime, and I can justify it because I can say that it's part of my thing. So there you go. All right, Ringbolt. I'm drinking some Ringbolt Cabernet Sauvignon, and sadly, I am at the end of the bottle here. So I didn't drink it all today, okay? I just want to make that clear. There was only a little bit left in the bottle, okay? I just want to make that clear. Anyway, this is a 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon, Margaret River, Western Australia Cabernet Sauvignon. As such, it's got that chewy Cabernet Sauvignon thing. The nose is kind of a deep, dark, what you'd expect from like cherries or something like that. Cherries. Yeah, pretty much. It's surprisingly little, actually, given how strong it is when you taste it. But it's got that chewy Cabernet thing. A lot of blackberries in it when you actually do finally taste it. But I digress. Hey, Linux Journal, here's to you. All right, so if you are joining me on the show, like Chris, hey Chris, nice to see you. Nice to see you in the chat channel. Every once in a while, I'm going to turn my head this way, and in fact, let me do this. I'm going to go transition, and just for a moment there, just so that you know what's actually happening. This is how I work this thing typically. I'm using OBS Studio, which is actually an app that you can use both for doing recordings, as you can see down here. It says recording. Or streaming, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So typically this is what I do. I stream the content on here. Over here I've got another computer, which is actually a little Chromebook, and I take a look at the Chromebook and I see if there are any questions, or if anybody's and I see if there are any questions, and and frankly, I'd love for you to be part of the conversation. This does show up later on, as in I make the video available to anybody that wants to see what we talked about, what I played with, where I fell flat on my face, because of course this is done live as opposed to post-production, edit, all that lovely stuff. So you get to see me muck about with stuff, and sometimes it'll go the way I want it to, and sometimes it won't. But if you are here in the chat channel, please let me know that you're in the chat channel. Ask questions, be part of the show, and we'll do it that way. Now, see the little camera in the bottom right hand there, or well, my right hand anyway. I guess it's your right hand as well. I'm gonna pretend that it is. That's distracting to me, so I pretty much always get rid of that at some point early on, and this is the part where I get rid of it. So if it's okay with you, I'm gonna just get rid of the camera. Okay. If you really hate that for some strange reason, you think that it's cool to see me wearing a shirt that says the Internet of Things is always watching, listening, recording. See, the Internet of Things is always watching, listening, recording. So in the days of Facebook and Cambridge Analytica, something you might want to keep in mind, and then stop worrying about it, because you have no privacy. Get over it. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to transition back to me not being on camera. And there we go. And then I'm going to minimize this window, and we're going to start playing with things for today, okay? We're going to start playing with things. Ken, it's great to see you. I see you in the chat over there. It's great to have you. Ken, Chris, nice to have some people that are actually live and doing this with me. All right, let's open up a console, a terminal window. All right, this is what we're going to work with. And for the curious, I'm running Fedora 28. This is obviously a beta. I keep it up to date. In fact, I booted it a few minutes ago, so after doing a major update. Yes, I'm the sort of person who will do a major update just before a show and then just jump right in and start playing. So we're going to go to a folder called Build. And, oh, wait a minute. Oh, one other thing. MV, I'm going to move something from the downloads folder. Downloads, any ISOs that I've got in there, I'm going to move over into. Do I have my ISO? I don't have my ISO folder. What did I do with my, okay, MKDIR, ISOS. And I'm going to MV anything that's sitting in downloads that's an ISO, star.iso, and I'm going to put it in ISOs. All right, so we're going to do some ISOs. But is that where I put the ISOs folder? That's just crazy. That's crazy. But today I thought I would play with a few things. First of all, because this is still a relatively new installation of Fedora, there are a couple of things. Every once in a while I run into something that I liked having that I don't have anymore. Okay, and one of the things is I've gotten rather fond of a browser called the Min browser, Min, and there's only a deb available for it. There's also the source code, and you know, as in tar-gz or GZ for my American friends out there. Source code. So what I did was I installed this little package. I did sudo dnf install because this is Fedora as opposed to, you know, all you apt-get heads out there. Install, and then I typed in alien. All right, so we're gonna find out if this actually works. All right, shall we try this? Okay, alien is basically a script that converts debs to RPMs and RPMs to debs. It's designed to create, you know, I take one package from one distribution, I move it to another, and hopefully it actually works. So let's take min.whatever.deb, and I'm going to convert it. Wait a minute, is that the format alien-h? Let's do h. I haven't done an alien in quite a while. -r to RPM, so alien options file. Options file. Do I do the file first? Options file? To RPM, generate an RPM package, -r. All right, let's find out if that happens. So let's do this. Let's go alien -r min. Do I have to put the package that I want it to be at the end? -rpm. Is that what happens? Or do I just not do anything? Let's find out. I haven't done this in a while. Ownerships of file in the generated package will probably be wrong. All right, fine. I got it, okay? I got it. Let's do a sudo. And I put my super secret password, SUPERSERET. And there it is. And now I wait. And I have a sip of my wine. And let's see if it complains. Wait a minute. Unable to make dir. Well, that's not very good, is it? Hang on a second here. What does that mean? Create directory min already exists. Generate build tree, but do not build package. Blah, blah, blah. What if I did it? Is it because... hang on a second here. rm-rf min dash. Let's do that. All right. Now let's try it again from scratch and see what happens. See, this is what happens. Typically, I test all these things out. So if I'm doing this live, you get, you know where it goes wrong. But otherwise, it's like, why did this not work? Let's see what happens now. Okay, it's not complaining at the moment. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Typically, you'd think that this is a good thing, but it's thinking an awful lot. All right, well, listen, while it's busy thinking, we'll come back and take a look at this in a second. Let's do something else fun, because I was going to do a couple of fun things in here. One of the, I'm thinking, I made the joke about the Cambridge. Oh, is something happening? Nothing's happening. What's going on? We'll wait. I did the Cambridge Analytica comment at the beginning there. And of course, one of the things that happens is there were a bunch of bots that were interacting with people. And of course, it made me think of the ever popular chatbots. So I thought we would do some chatbots. And a little bit later on, we'll do a really cool Linux distribution. Because I decided that maybe one of the things we should do on this thing is, oh, there we go. Woohoo! It has been generated. Okay, there, we've got an RPM. Shall we try it out? Sudo RPM-IVH, because I want to import the package, I want to install it. V, because I want some kind of feedback. And H, because I like those little hash marks, I'm one of those little hash marks dudes, I like that. There we go, RPM. You ready? Let's do this. Preparing. No! Curse you, Perry the Platypus, curse you. Really? Really, this kind of sucks. All right, and I can't do min browser from this. Let's sudo dnf install, and I'm not going to remove file system. It's not going to blow. I'm not going to destroy my PC to install this package. But I can't believe that min browser isn't part of this thing. Let me say sudo dnf install min browser. See, nothing. All right, so we can't do it. So and I can't because there's no way in heck I'm going to remove the package that I've created there. So that's terrible. I feel awful about this. All right, let's move on. let's move on because that didn't work. All right, so I wanted to do chatbots. Okay, I wanted to do chatbots, and there's a few of them out there. So you can create your own Cambridge Analytica. And just have or your own Russian interference and some kind of election by creating a chatbot. And we're going to start with a really simple version of a chatbot. We're going to go back to the beginning of chatbots, the very beginning, chatbot Eliza. Okay, and there's chatbot Eliza, and I have a list here, cat links. So that you can find out and you can see where I picked up Eliza from. Okay, there's the chatbot Eliza. She's sitting on cpan.org, which means that the whole thing is written in Perl. And then what I do here is I go here, let's go tar-tz, because I don't know what format this takes, because I haven't looked at it today, because, without a net, you know how this works. Oh, there we go, chatbot Eliza. Okay, that's good. I'm okay with that. -xzvf. XZVF, and now we've got the source for Eliza. So let's go into chatbot Eliza, and Perl. Let me see. More readme. Eliza program, blah blah blah. And hold on, I'm typing in the other window here for a second. I am typing in the other window, and I'm just remember, if you are sitting in the other window, please chat, please become part of the conversation and let me know. And of course, if you think, hey, this guy is doing something terribly wrong here, Perl makefile.pl can't locate xutils. This is crazy. Sudo dnf install perl-ext-utils. Is that what it's called on this system? What's Perl ext-util? Somebody help me out here. DNF search ext-util grep-I Perl. What is it? Whoa. Okay, Perl ext-utils. There's lots of different versions of it. That explains why Perl-ext-utils. What does it say that it needed? It needed make maker. Okay, -make maker. All right, let's do oops. Dash make maker. All right, so -make maker. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. There we go. We're installing. See, it all works. It all works. Yeah. All right, Perl. Let's go back. Perl makefile.pl. There it is. Make. And if we take a look in here now, we have. Let me see. There we go. So let's go to examples, and inside examples is a file here called simple. So file simple. Let's find out what this is. And it's a, okay, there you go. /mod plus x simple, and let's go /simple. Whoa! See, I told you, this is actually one of those problems with doing this. You may need to install the chatbot Eliza module. Seriously? All right. Sudo make install. All right, there we go. Now let's go back in here. Examples. Simple. Does it work now? Yes, there we go. Hello, I am a computer program. So there we go. We've just installed an artificial intelligence on the system. Okay, this is based on the original Eliza program, which frankly goes back a heck of a long time. Let me see. Let's since I can't possibly run min today, and I'm upset about that. Why does it always go back to Fedora? Why is it that you don't like to have Google Chrome as my default browser? I keep resetting it as my default browser, and every time I reboot, you take it away from me. All right, Wikipedia, Eliza program. All right, Eliza program. There we go. Eliza, natural language processing program. Let's go out. 1964 to 1966 at the MIT Artificial Intelligence Lab by Joseph Weizenbaum. Joseph Weizenbaum. There it is. All right, so I've got the proper name. I am a human being. Do you know anyone else who's a human being? Hey, guys who are on right now. Chris, Ken, are you guys human beings? Chris and Ken are probably human beings. Are you positive they're probably human beings? No, I am not. Why no? There are always doubts. So, you know, as you can probably... Really? Always? Yes. As you can probably guess from this, this thing is not going to pass the Turing test. At some point, it's going to become obvious that Liz doesn't actually understand anything that's happening, and you know, we just have to get her to understand that that not everything actually works. Okay, hang on a second. Typing in the window here. And so she doesn't actually understand all these things. But of course, we can have all sorts of discussions. And let me see if you, let me see. There is a script. Where is the My Words file? Okay, I'm going to say exit. And where's My Words? Let me see. We can actually create a file on here. I'd have to type the whole thing out, but we can create a script and we can call it My Words. Let me see. The simple script. VI. Where the heck is it? Where are you? Oh yeah, examples. Simple. There we go. Simple. There we go. Chatbot Eliza. Use Chatbot Eliza. New Chatbot Eliza Liz. So if you wanted, you could change the name to something else in here. And let me see. We could change it to what do we want to change it to? We could change it to. Ken says that he's not. He's actually a human being. He claims that he's a human being. Welcome to your therapy session. Ken, do you want to be a doctor or do you want to be something else? Welcome to your. Let me see. Plumbing teaching session. Let's see if that works any better. Your plumber's name is Plumber. Ken, do you know anything about plumbing? All right, there we go. Welcome to your plumbing teaching session. Your plumber's name is Ken. Hello, I'm a computer program. Ken, you're no longer a human being. All right, listen. So that is so Eliza was meant to be like a therapist. Okay, she was supposed to chat with you. You're supposed to talk about life. So if I want to go back to simple here, is something troubling you? Yes, I am afraid. You understand? I'm glad that you do. That you do. I don't know. Does that trouble you? Yes, it does. All right. Anyway, so that's Eliza. But if you're one of the you probably noticed that one of the things I did here when I actually went into VI. I did a VI example simple. One of the things you might not know about is if you're one of those old Emacs heads, any Emacs heads out there? Emacs. If I bring up Emacs and let me see. Whoops, that is not what I want to do. I want to go. Let me see. Control C. You know, I never use Emacs, so there we go. Doctor. Escape X. Doctor. So if you use Emacs, the editor, that was written originally by Richard Stallman. Is he the only guy that's still working on this thing, or is anybody working on Emacs? There must be lots of other people working on Emacs. Taking a sip of my wine here. All right. Please describe your problem. My problem is that I am doing a live show, and sometimes things go wrong. Now what? It's thinking. Each time you finish typing, hit twice. All right, hit return twice. Is it because you're doing a live show and sometimes things go wrong that you came to me? Yes, that is the reason. twice. Does it bother you that this is the reason? Does it bother you that you have forgotten? Whoops. Forgotten. Everything that you have learned. When did you first know that I've forgotten everything that I've learned? Well, okay, apparently that's not... He doesn't know anything about sync logs. I'm sorry about that, Ken. I'm sorry you don't know anything. There you go. So that is one of the others. So I'm going to go Control Z because I'm going to leave that guy in the background here. I'm going to leave him in the background. And I'm going to go CD ... And I actually went around looking for a couple of other things. And there's something out there called ChatScript, which apparently won the Loebner Prize in 2011 or 2012 or something like that, which is, you know, an AI development prize. And you can go and download that one as well if you go cat links here. I'll include these in the show notes when I'm done with it here. This one here, ChatScript, Wiki Home. The source code is included with this. You can build it from scratch, but I'm going to go into ChatScript and go into it directly. And I'm going to go into binaries, Linux, ChatScript 64. Whoops, sorry, I'm going to make local because I could have this go out to a web browser so we can tap over a web browser. Enter username. Okay, username. That's going to be me. I'm going to pretend it's me, Marcel. Hello again. Harry remembers me. You remember me. Beats me. What did we talk about before? What did we talk about before? What did we talk about before? I don't know what to say. Then say anything. I don't know what to say. Uh-oh, I think we've put Harry in some kind of a loop here. This is actually pretty bad. Harry, help me. I don't know what to say. Uh-oh, Harry's died on me. Harry's died on me. But if you do want to play with Harry, apparently this guy won the Loebner Prize. This guy won the Loebner Prize for artificial intelligence. So obviously there are a couple of issues here. But the source code is included if you want to go in there and play with it and build this guy from script and maybe, or from script, from source and have it do some wonderful and fascinating and interesting things. There's, let me see, let's go CD ... And then of course there's this one here. mkdir because I don't know what the zip file is. We're going to go CW and I'm going to go CW and I'm going to go unzip ... CW bot and that is another one that we could actually play with here. Python. Okay, so this is a Python script. So more CW bot. Oops, sorry. Let's not do that. File CW bot. I suppose I should. Oh, there we go. It's that's the directory. Oh, there's documentation. How clever for us. More documentation. README. Would you believe I haven't actually looked at this? Pip install -u requirements.txt. Do I have the pip install? You need to have administrator permissions. Well, thank you very much. Copy. If you don't have pip, you can run the following command. Easy install pip. PIP. Do I have pip installed? Yep, I have pip installed. Okay. So that works. So sudo, and we'll do the same thing here. Copy, paste, whoops. Paste, pip install. Super secret, SUPERSCRET. I'm downloading all the various bits and pieces that we need. So we're doing this from, I haven't actually tried this. We're doing this from scratch. We're going to try out this chatbot here. All right, successfully installed. All right, now what? Now what? Where was my documentation again? More documentation, README. All right. This call account to run. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. To cwbot.py. All right. Cwbot.py. Does that work? Chmod plus x cwbot.py /cwbot.py. And it blows up. It blows up. We're obviously missing things in here. No login configuration found. Please edit login-ini, vi, login.ini. My username, my password, login details should be in. What's a col thingy? Let's see, more documentation, README. This is what you do when you're doing this live. You actually try to figure it out as you go along. Okay, so setting up for logon requires a dedicated col account to run. You must know the username and password of the account. What is a col account? How do you get beginning of file? Yeah, I saw that. What is a col account? Getting a coal account. I don't see anything here but getting a coal account. Oh, TLDR. Let's go back to TLDR. Back. Let me see. TLDR. Blah blah blah. Follow the boot setup. Blah. Copy one of the files. Blah blah blah. Enter the. Okay, back. Sorry. And replace entry with your ID number. I don't have an ID number. That means I have to create a coal account. What's a coal account? Let me see. KOLA account. It's a coal email account. Is that what it is? For CW bot. CW bot. Over on SourceForge. Easy to set up. Automatically coal account. Coal account. What is it? I don't even know what a coal account is. Is it an email account? Is it a coal email account? Does it have to communicate with email? I may have to just figure that one out a little bit later as well. There we go. So we actually have 2 chatbots that are working, or 3 that, if you consider one that's kind of quasi-working. We've got Eliza. We got Eliza working. We got the Emacs therapist working, and CWBot obviously is not working very well at the moment because I don't know what a coal account is, and I haven't set one up. But ChatScript is working. It only sort of quasi works. So let's go to the next thing I wanted to do. I think I was listening to something this morning about cartoons. In fact, I was listening to a podcast where they were discussing Comic-Con, as in the San Diego Comic-Con. And hands up if you know what the San Diego Comic-Con or Comic-Con is, or if you've ever been to a convention of any kind whatsoever, like a science fiction convention. Do let me know. Otherwise, this might not mean anything to you, but there are lots of different types of what you might consider comics, from Marvel superheroes to the DC. I was going to say, what's the name of the universe? The other big comic, the DC universe, both of which share the trademark, believe it or not, on the word superhero. Just in case you're curious. What I decided to do was I was thinking about all the different types of animation, and of course it made me think about things like anime and manga, and whether or not those things actually qualify to a lot of people, about as to whether or not they qualify as cartoons, or as comics. But I've decided that they do. So in the interest of doing that, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say new. And we're gonna enter. Let me see. Download an OS. I don't want to do that. Enter a URL. The address for the box you want to add. Cancel. I actually want to new. And I'm going to say select a file. And I'm going to go into home. And I'm going to go into build where we were. And I created a folder called ISOs. So we're going to do a Mangaka. Is it Mangaka 2 or Mangaka 1? Oh yeah, it's Mangaka 2, which is the later version. So we're going to say open. And it wants to do 2 gigabytes of memory. That's fine. And a default disk of 21.5 gigabytes. That's fine. So there's our memory for this thing. I'm happy with the way that that's configured. And I'm going to say create. And I'm going to say live. Let's boot this thing live. So this is our Linux distribution of the day. This is the one we're going to look at for today. This is Linux Mangaka. Mangaka. And let's see if that works on our Without a Net episode. Linux Mangaka 2 final. Oh, something is happening. Something is happening. And this is actually, just so that you know, let me go back to, I'm going to go back to this one here where I go cat links. And in case you're curious about this one, okay, there we go. We've booted up. We've booted up. We are live with Mangaka. Mangaka. And running in software rendering mode. Cinnamon is currently running without video hardware acceleration. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I understand. I understand. Let's go full screen. And let's hope that you can actually still see me on full screen. Mangaka. So if we go menu and open up the menu here, there's our Cinnamon desktop menu. And the point of this distribution is it's kind of, in fact, let's actually go up here and see if we can pull this one up directly. So what do we have for a web browser here? Let me see, internet. Oh, it gives you Google Chrome by default. That's kind of nice. So we get Google Chrome by default. Google Chrome gets no respect whatsoever. No respect at all. Yep, it actually works. You guys can actually see this. This is great. So Mangaka. Mangaka Linux. There we go. Mangaka Linux. And let's go Mangaka Linux. OS Linux. What is the website? Let's go to the distro watch site and see if we can find your version of it. We've detected you're using. That's fine. I'm okay with that at the moment. Oh, it is on the AnimeSoft WordPress site. That's really interesting. AnimeSoft.wordpress.com/Linux. And Mangaka. There's got to be another site for Mangaka. Oh, there it is. There's the official Mangaka site. Okay, AnimeSoft.wordpress.com/Mangaka. And it's an anime-themed Linux distribution, if you can imagine such a thing. Let's go and take a look at, presumably we've got a lot of anime-style backgrounds for this thing, so let's go change the backgrounds. I would expect there to be, aren't some of these sweet? I obviously, I'm obviously not the guy who created this. Because this really doesn't look like my thing. I feel like I'm eavesdropping on something here, so I got to go back to this. I got to go back to this background in particular. The other one is making me uncomfortable. Let's see. Dog. Whoops. Menu. Let's go back to our menu. So what do we get in Mangaka Linux? Accessories. We get some backup software. Berry Backup, which I'm not sure what it is. Conky. We can have Conky. Let me see. What do we have under education? Kanji Browser. Oh, no, that's interesting. Since that is not going to help me at all. Kanji Browser. Okay, well. If we want to type in our various characters and we don't know how to do that off our Inkscape, we've got the GIMP. Now this one, by the way, just so you know, let's go back into accessories. I'm sure that we have our version of a console here. Where do we have console? Do we have console in here? Is it going to be under... let's go terminal. Let's just type terminal. Terminal. There we go. Terminal. And let's see what we are actually running under the hood of this thing. Let's /etc/lsb. Let's find out if it's a, and okay, cat /etc/lsb-release. All right, there we go. This thing is based on Ubuntu 14.04 Trusty. So it's a little bit out of date, but you know, when you're making something that's you know, meant to look a specific style without necessarily trying to stay on top of things, but you try to get something that looks kind of pretty, we could conceivably just update this thing. Sudo -i, and I don't know what the password is. I'm just going to say there's no password. Mangaka, is that the password? Okay, root. I don't know what the password is. I'd have to go and take a look at the documentation. Uname Nashe. Yeah, this is going back a little ways. But of course, we could install this thing, and if we go to the trouble of actually installing it, install the Linux Mangaka image. You could then, of course, update this to a more current version of Ubuntu by going through the install, and then, of course, presumably maintaining the artwork, the lovely artwork. Have at least 15 download updates when installing. Sure, no problem. Let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, let's go back. Let's go back and say that we're going to install the third-party software, and why not download updates while we're at it. Continue. And we wait. We wait while something happens. Erase all. This can install Linux. This is not a scary thing. Remember, we are running a virtual machine, so I'm not actually going to erase anything that I'm using on here. Write the changes to disk. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. And let's install our Manga /anime distribution to Toronto. Toronto. Is Toronto, are you in there somewhere? Detroit? Can we get any closer? There we go, Toronto. That works. Oh, maybe I didn't use caps. All right, fine. I didn't use caps. Let's continue. Sure, English is fine. English US, I'm willing to work with that, even though I am working apparently with a with a Japanese anime Linux distribution. I kind of like some. I like some aspects of this background. This is actually kind of neat. I like the custom widget up at the top here that shows the memory that the virtual machine is running. It's actually kind of nice. Copying files on install. So the installer has gone minimal on us. Let me see. Yeah, the installer has gone mini on us. I'll just close down the backgrounds here. It's so cute. It's so cute. All right, copying files. Can I get a yeah, let's try to make this guy a little bit bigger here. Can I try to make you a little bit bigger? No, I can't make you any bigger. I'm stuck with the installer. I have to just wait for the installer to do its thing. All right, so we'll let the installer do its thing, and I'm going to go away from the full screen mode on this thing in boxes, and just so that you remember, this is actually what's sometimes called GNOME boxes, although you can just call it boxes directly. And this is the virtual machine program that I'm using to install and run this thing at the moment. There's a whole bunch of other ones. I've covered them on alternative cooking with Linux episodes, but boxes, I've grown rather fond of it, despite the fact that I beat it up quite a bit in the past. I've used AQEMU, I've used Virt Manager. Virt Manager is kind of the Red Hat default tool for managing or doing these installations, but I've grown rather fond of boxes as time goes on. And let's make you a little bit bigger again, just so we can see what's happening. UBT user setup. I'm not allowed to see anything bigger than that. It's copying files. This might actually take a little while. But anyway, there you go. So that might be something else that you want to try. The anime, the Manga Linux, if you want something that's, you know, just a little bit more whimsical to run. At 1404, it should be able to run on some, you know, less punchy hardware. But it looks pretty. It looks pretty at the moment. And I'm just going to let it go from there. And this is where we're going to wrap it up for today. If you'd like me to cover something specific on the show, on the Tuesdays when I do the Linux show, and by the way, I do want to thank Linux Journal for this. And in fact, let's go in Manga Linux here, and let's bring up linuxjournal.com. Remember to subscribe to Linux Journal, the premier magazine of the Linux community. Give them your support. There we go, Linux Journal. And make sure that you drop back in here every Tuesday and when we do this. Now, again, if there's something specific you'd like me to cover, please let me know. Let me know ahead of time. Otherwise, you can just sit here and watch me play with my Linux system for a little while, and every once in a while watch me fall flat on my face, as I have done a couple of times today. Other than that, I want to thank you for being here, and I want to thank the people in the chat room for hanging out in the chat room with me. And we'll see you next time on Cooking with Linux Without a Net. This is Marcel Gagne. Out. Oh, wait. One other thing. I'm supposed to tell you this. YouTube.com/freethinkeratlarge. That's my, there you go. That is my channel on, here, I'm going to turn the volume down. This page isn't available. Freethinker at large, HTTPS, youtube.com, freethinker, oh, there we go. I forgot the at large. There we go. At large, and that is my page on YouTube. So, you know, make sure that you hit that red subscribe button there. All right, make sure you hit that subscribe button and keep up with the things I do. There's a lot of Linux stuff here, cooking with Linux stuff, but there's also, you know, me just playing games every once in a while. We do a little bit of everything here, okay? All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm really done this time. I swear I'm really done this time, which means I'm going to go back to OBS Studio. I'm going to pop this up. I'll do the little transition so you know that I can wave to the camera and say goodbye and thanks for joining me. And again, thanks to Linux Journal for supporting this show. Talk to you later. Bye. You thought I was frozen, didn't you?